we actually begin the video, if there's an aura that you want, that you see that I'm using, and you want an exact copy of it, I will show you how to get it in seconds. All of my auras are going to be in the description below, so all you have to do is copy and paste. What you're going to copy, let's say you want my mana and health bar, which is this right here. This is what you will copy. This right here. This is basically the script for it. So I'm going to Control C to copy that. Now I'm going to delete this just so you know it's gone completely. Gone. What you would do is click import and then paste. I will Control V and then press import and then boom, you got it. It is an exact copy of my mana and health bar aura. Combining weak auras with your raid frames is going to make healing so much easier. For example, XT right here, his gravity bomb will turn the border of the frame of that player who has that debuff purple. Searing light will turn yellow. This lets me know who has what debuff and gives me a head start to start healing them before it gets too chaotic. I know exactly who to bubble, exactly who to heal. This even works on debuff like Utgar Pinnacle, the Glaciate debuff. It'll turn the border of the frame of the player who has the Glaciate debuff blue, so I can get a head start healing them. And you can use these weak auras for any buff, debuff, any boss in this entire game.
Secrets of Ulduar! Then take them!
To get those auras for your raid frames, you can make them yourself, or you can do it the easy way, get the Tim's pack. The Tim's pack are incredible. This is the Tim's Wrath of the Lich King dungeon pack. This goes for the defensive protocols, the glaciate, everything that you need. I deleted the Ulduar one, so you will not see the Tim's pack for the Ulduar. So this is how you get it. We're gonna go to Google, type in Wrath of the Lich King, Tim's weak aura Ulduar. I'm going to click the first link, the WAGO website. We go here and right, not this one, there it goes. Copy, import, stream. Just click that, importing stream, copy, done. So now we go back to weak auras, you click import and now you paste Control V. You're going to get a ton of auras right now. That's why it's going to take a while to do it as well. Not a long time, but there you go. You see all the auras that it's adding. This is for all the bosses in the Ulduar. It has something for everything. This isn't going to overwhelm you at once, so don't be afraid of all these auras that you're seeing. It's not going to happen the way you're seeing it. So relax, and there you have it. Now you have it. No edit required. All you have to do is download it and just do what I told you, and there it goes. Tim's Ulduar pack. It has everything for anything. For Beacon and Sacred Shield, these are a bit more important. So once they get to 10 seconds, I have it to where it plays a sound. And once it falls off, it's going to have another effect that you're going to see. But here goes the sound. When I hear that, Sacred Shield becomes non-transparent. You can no longer see through it until you refresh it. When it falls off completely, it glows. So it does quite a bit of animation to remind me to refresh it. So it helps a lot, especially when it's right above your raid frames or on the side or wherever you want it. Just keep it close to the raid frames. Now here goes Beacon of Light. You're about to see what that does at 10 seconds. When I hear that sound, it tells me to refresh the beacon. Sound to me is the best way, and there goes the lights, to remind me, because in the heat of the moments, it's sometimes hard to keep your eyes on things. You're so distracted by the health, the debuffs, standing in fire, just everything going on. So the sound helps a lot. I don't think there's anything better than sound. So if you're like me, you really like the cooldown bar that shows the cooldown for your spells that you cast. I have two bars. One is the actual cooldown when I can use it again. The other is how long the buff or debuff will last on me. So Infusion of Light right here has 1 second left. So that's pretty much how mines work. Sexy cooldowns and cool lines, they're kind of gone now. I can't find one that works. I use CDTO2 now. So if you're looking for a good add-on that can track it, CDTO2. It gives you 3 bars, it gives you lots of different things you can do. The only problem I have with this is I think it's meant to be vertical. I don't think it's meant to be horizontal. You can see how they stack on each other. It sort of blocks my character, so I'm thinking it's supposed to go up and down. That way it won't really block anything. But I mean, it's my preference. I prefer it to be horizontal, not vertical. So you can adjust it as much as you want or whatever. It's up to you if you want it or not. So CDTO2, it's a decent add-on. It's not my favorite of the bunch, but you should give it a try if you want a cooldown bar. A good add-on that you can use is Quartz. Now, Quartz is its own little cast bar. You can move this cast bar wherever you want, make it as large as you want. It is pretty nice to see your cast bar. That way, if there is a mechanic that requires you to move, you know just how long you got before you can get the next spell off before you have to actually move. So if you're at the beginning of a cast and you have like 0.3 seconds left before you have to actually move or dodge something, you can time it pretty well by looking at the remaining time of your cast bar. Now, the bad thing is this bar, the default bar, gets in the way. I simply have a macro to turn the cast off, so I never have to see it. If you want to turn it back on, I have another one, so now it's back on. If you want to see the macro, it's this right here. This turns it off, and this turns it back on. Now that we are in Phase 2, Ulduar, the new stat priority I recommend is getting Haste rating to 945. I'll go over why in just a second, but in order to do this, you have to have Haste on every item that you have. Even then, it might not be enough because I had to gem Haste. I have, I think, 3 gem sockets that have Haste on it, the regular gems, and then I had to use my jewel crafting gems for Haste. So it's very hard to hit the 945. Everything else I have intellect on, so it's not too bad. But it's a pretty tight reach. But if you can make it, go for it. If you cannot make it, stick with the previous guide. I think it's at 650 or 670. I'm not 100% sure. Haste rating. But at 945, your Holy Light will be a 1.3 second cast. Anything below 945, it will go up to 1.4 seconds. Now, when you're in a raid, in your raid buff, your Holy Light will be 1.2 seconds. So it's a big bonus. You have to really stretch that haste to 945. You have to really work at it and get that haste to 945.